Wala guys, nandito ako sa Sad Hills. Dito ginawa yung film na The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly by Clint Eastwood. So ayan guys, puntahan natin si Clint Eastwood. Wow, it's so cold and windy. So ayan guys, andito si Clint Eastwood. Ayan, ayan si Clint Eastwood guys. So, punta tayo sa barilan dito sa sementeryo na kinuna ng film ni Clint Eastwood. So, ito yung sementeryo na ginawa na sa film ng The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly guys. So, ayan guys, yung sementeryo. Ayan. Yan yung sementeryo. Sobrang lawak dito. Dito ginawa yung film. Kasi it looks like Mexico. So dito talaga parang studio studio ito, parang Universal Studio kasi, pero 40 years ago dito sa cemetery na to, na sobra ang lawak. Ayan. So ayan yung istorya dito sa natural studio ng sobrang lamig guys dito, grabe. So ayan, nililipad ang aking camera at saka naglagay na ako ng dahil sobrang ginaw. So yan guys, punta tayo dun dahil yan, sementeryo. Naglalakad ako dito sa sementeryo. Ewan ko kung may totoong nilibing dito or what. Tatanungin natin yung istorya dito. Okay guys? So ayan, naglalakad ako. Director Sergio Leone tried to make the film as accurate to the historical time period as possible by doing research at the Library of Congress and being inspired by the Civil War. What is the story behind The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? The plot revolves around three gunslingers competing to find a fortune in a buried cache of Confederate gold amid the violent chaos of the American Civil War, especially the Battle of Glorieta Pass of the New Mexico Campaign in 1862, while participating in many battles, confrontations, and duels along the way. When was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly based on? The movie specifically takes place during the New Mexico Campaign in 1862. Does Clint Eastwood speak Italian? Clint Eastwood acted in Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy. As Leone didn't speak any English, they needed an interpreter at first, but later Clint took a crash course to work with the director and learn to speak some Italian. Why did the blondie let Tuco leave? Blondie takes Tuco out into the desert, their apparently usual debriefing spot, and decides to let him go because their partnership isn't ever going to be worth much money. And then Blondie begins to ride off, leaving Tuco to die. What is meant by spaghetti western? Spaghetti western are a subgenre of western whose name references the circumstance and location of their filming. Generally, a spaghetti western is a low-budget film produced by Italian directors, hence the spaghetti connection, and filmed in Europe, primarily in Almeria and the Tabernas Desert. Quotes by famous people. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. 2. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. 3. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. 4. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Who was the baddest cowboy ever? Many infamous outlaws terrorized the Old West. Gunslingers like Billy the Kid and John Wesley Hardin. But one name stands out as the most efficient, elusive killer of the bunch, Deacon Jim Meller. His dastardly deeds included the first documented murder on the South Plains. The best Oscar Wilde quotes: one man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Two, I can resist everything except temptation. Three, a man's face is his autobiography. Three, true friends stab you in the front. Four, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. What is the deepest quote ever? It is never too late to be what you might have been. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Oscar Wilde. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. The only impossible journey is the one you never began. Darkest quotes. We were one even in our darkest corner. Success doesn't come with the ace. Remember, sometimes those of us who hit the darkest places are the same ones who shine the brightest light. Enlightenment can come from the darkest places. Hope always comes in the darkest part before the dawn. How does the good, the bad, and the ugly fit into the history of the Western? The good, the bad, and the ugly set the standard for what audience see, hear, and feel when the term Western enters a conversation in time. The film managed to cross over and become a phenomenon. Clint Eastwood's surging stardom gave the film much more influence as it became credited for her origin of fame.